Yo, welcome back to some more battles. We are in the Great League Remix, and today we're going to be trying out the Shadow Golurk paired with the Shadow Gligar and the Carbink in the back. We don't have necessarily the best lead here, so we're going to swap out, and they swap out into their Quagsire. So we go from a horrible lead into this is still manageable as we are resisting their mud shots, and we get to two moves here. This is basically going to get the shield or get the KO. They decide to shield, and we got them so low that we can just one shield farm down now, and just like that we have flipped the switch, and we are in a great spot now as this Quagsire does not want to see this Golurk, and now we can have Carbink onto their Fearow. So here we go, they swap out, and now they realize their fate. So GG Star Bunny able to win that game somehow, some way with the ABA against Quagsire, and we actually didn't see Quagsire until we flipped the switch. So very, very fortunate right there. Next, let's see what we find. So Golurk is mainly targeting Quagsires and the ground types, basically. This lead here is okay. Oh, they swap into their Feraligatr. I don't think it's a Shadow, so we are going to be able to withstand these Shadow Claws a little bit better. However, I don't know if we win the twos. Okay, well, we get an extra Mud Slap, so we definitely can shield here and farm down. Otherwise, I don't know if that was possible because they were not Shadow. But we do end up seeing a Malamar in the back. This Malamar took a huge dynamic punch, and we can go into this Carbink, and the Carbink is actually facing a Volt Switch Fortress. So looks like this Gligar has a lot of play in the back here. Very, very glad we are gonna get the Carbink out of the way. We try to catch a move here, and ends up being the Rock Tomb. So that is basically forcing them to either swap out or potential threat of getting KO'd because of this dig. And because they swapped out, we were going to be able to win that game more confidently because we got the farm down. So yeah, that explains why they swapped out of that lead, and it was actually pretty good for them because we actually wanted Carbink onto the fortress, now that we think about it. But the best case would have been against the Gligar. All right, good lead here. We are going to swap. And when they swap, they revealed the Malamar. This Malamar here is going to be able to throw one foul play. Do they get to another one? They definitely get to another one. So we're just going to throw the move that is going to guarantee the KO. Not sure if the Nice Flash would have taken out that Malamar. I don't think so. So now we have residual energy to throw back at this Aegislash. Aegislash is throw a big move. Doesn't matter. This is going to cost them a lot of energy. They swap, we swap, and unfortunately for them, it was an RPS. We basically had a really, really good answer for everything that decided to throw at us. Interesting that Malamars are safe swap there. I guess to help against potential fragile grounds. Next, we're going to have Golurk into the Como-O. This matchup here is looking like it's straight fast move pressure. They did build up a good amount of energy. We have to respect it. They go for the upper hand, so a good bait by our opponent. However, we are going to be able to have two moves, two Shadow Punches will get the KO or get both their shields. Our opponent decides to farm up some energy, snipe us with their Drapion. So Drapion, Shadow version, going to be pretty decent against our Gligar, so we decided to go in with our Carbink here. as we predict we can tank the moves and get to 1 power gem, and that's indeed the case. We know they still have Como with a move. There's the move. We think they're just gonna go for this upper hand, right? Oh, but they get the debuff. That is really unfortunate. Now we force out a switch. Our opponent is gonna be able to reach a move. They do survive this Night Slash, unfortunately, and they have moves that they can throw. Oh, that is really fortunate for us. They had 2 Thunder Punches, but fortunately for us, 1 Thunder Punch was not enough to take out our pretty low health Gligar, but that just shows you the power of type effectiveness, as we ended up resisting that Thunder Punch, so much so that let's just call it 1 HP, but because of that 1 HP, they were forced to throw another Incinerate, which allowed us to get to a move to take them out at the end. So GG's to our opponent. Tough situation. Using the Blast Burn cost more energy, but it would have guaranteed the KO, and basically they had to get to multiple moves to take out our backline. Okay, good lead here, but the switch is tricky, as they are going to be able to be very spammy with these Aqua Tails. Where do we want to catch these Aqua Tails, if I'm going to ask? That's why this is tricky. These Aqua Tails are not going to be appreciated by anything from our team. Maybe Carbink can tank most of it, but do we really want to give up switch at this point? Those are... Okay, we ended up double shielding, both of us, I believe, and we're just going to go for a crazy farm down. Ooh, we thought we could get them KO'd before that extra Aqua Tail, and we are going to be able to reach a move. That's the positive news, but it's not going to be enough for the KO, and we're locked in here, so they can just overfarm at their pacing. This Aqua Tail definitely takes us out from that range. We go into the Gligar because we know that they're very close to a move, so our Golurk had no play there. Oh, wow. Okay. Unfortunately, the Jump Love is lurking in the back, and doesn't matter if they're running Energy Ball or not, just pure bulk and the energy that they're going to be able to farm from us is going to be enough to take us out. So in hindsight, we probably needed to switch into the Carbink or go into the Gligar. So check out the team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.